There is so much to be excited about with this new update, from of course the new map and new species, to the improvements in fur quality and the new multi-mounts. But one of the things that I'm the most hyped about is the access to once console exclusive weapons. What I've got in my hands right here is the 12 gauge Gamekeeper, and of course we talked about the 7mm Empress in the past. There also evidently was a 20 gauge, I think from the Goose DLC, a Scarlet 20 gauge that, as far as I'm aware, was never available on PC, so a lot of weapons to kind of try to get a diamond with, and we were fortunate enough to get a diamond raccoon with the new 22H, so that one we have taken care of. But that's going to be kind of the goal today. We're taking out the weapons that we never were able to use before, and we'll see what we can run into out here on Mississippi. Now, admittedly, a double barrel shotgun of any kind is not going to be the ideal weapon for quail hunting, especially when there are so many quail in one flock, but I really wanted to just kind of try it out today, and there was at least one quail on this map that I think is in the weight estimate that has a chance of making diamond. Now, the males can go up to, I believe, 0.25 kg. Those don't seem to be the ones that actually reach diamond, though. I think it's the 0.16 to 0.19 kg female bobwhite quail, and there's one, I think, up in this area that we're going to go and take a look at. But one thing that I also wanted to mention as we go over here and probably set Rascal on the trail of the other one that we hit is that I've seen around the community that some console players don't have access to the 270 Warden, and it may be the case that no console players have access. Now, I'm not sure if that was intended or not. There is potentially a chance that because it was a classic reward, they've kind of kept it as a PC-only thing. I kind of hope that's not the case. But if you are wondering like why you don't have access to the Warden, that might be why, and hopefully that is going to change. But now we have two more quail to run and get. One laying right here, and one that I don't think got too far away. That is the one nice thing about them, I guess, when it comes to especially using a lower capacity shotgun. A lot of times they kind of fly back at you, so you can get multiple opportunities. So one last one here. Another silver just barely at 213. And again, you see is that kind of 0.16 kg female. Now, there are multiple aspects. It's not just the weight, because I think I've seen a 0.17 kg in the community that actually did reach diamond. I don't know what it's combined with. It doesn't say. It might be maybe like the spurs back here or something that we really can't see. I know that there's no true scores, so there's not going to be anything that's actually visible. It is kind of just luck of the draw, and that is one reason I'm hoping to record or stream a decent amount of quail hunting, because you just never know when you're going to get a shot at a diamond. And I just, especially for like a first diamond of any species, I always prefer to have it, you know, recorded or streamed, just so we have the video of, you know, one diamond of at least everything in the game. So I'm hoping for the best when it comes to that, but you just never know when one's going to show up. Well, this is kind of a cool experience. Okay, I guess we can get hit by that. I don't know if that's a makeable shot. I guess it is. I am so glad we just attempted that. It was just, I mean, a random level 6 fleeing gator decided to try to make that shot from above, and whether it is the fact that it wasn't that far underwater and maybe that just kind of allowed it to, you know, not have to worry about a water hitbox just yet, or maybe there's some realism there and a bullet can travel a little bit through water. I mean, we just brain shot a gator from above that swam directly under that bridge. I don't know how often we'll see opportunities like that come about, so I'm glad we took it. I definitely do feel as if it was a missed opportunity yesterday. We had that level 3 cottontail rabbit, and I mean, I definitely don't regret going ahead and taking the shot. As I mentioned, the antelope jackrabbit on Rancho was one of the tougher grinds that we've ever had, and actually so much so that we never really did complete it. The diamond that we got was in multiplayer, so to go ahead and take that shot, I definitely don't have any issues with that decision. But we could have, no doubt, went and switched our weapon and at least tried to find it again to take it with one of the new shotguns that I mentioned. And I guess, you know, we've got quail, we've got turkey. Obviously we can load buckshot or slugs to take some of the other species as well. And I'm sure we'll have opportunities at some point to get those diamonds with those weapons, but we had a chance there with that one rabbit. And in the meantime, just another gold here. Light brown fur type once again for that one. Now, I thought that I had a max weight rabbit track down here. They're a pretty unique species. 1.9 is diamond for them, and with a minimum weight on the max weight tracks of 1.78 kg, almost all of them have a chance just by being that weight. So max weight rabbit tracks are 100% worth tracking on this map in particular. Actually, we're on the track here, 1.78 to 2.1 kg. What they often do is kind of just flee and then stop. So we've got the 12 gauge burst shot loaded. I think I might have just heard it. I do hear it. It is right there. This is a 2. Now that does not mean it won't make diamond. Did that not hit it? That would be an amazing miss if that first shot didn't impact. I didn't see any health going away. We got it on the follow-up. It is actually just a 1.7, so it's on the lower end. But this is what I mean. They're already almost 1.8 kg anyway. So if they were 0.1 higher instead of 0.1 lower and the 1.7, they're at that 1.9 diamond range, and that's all you need for them. And I believe I've seen a level 2 diamond posted already in the community, so it can happen. By the way, I think this is the first type that I'd really want a, I guess, second diamond Eastern Cottontail rabbit of if I could choose. We have Eastern Cottontails here where I live in PA, and normally they are kind of like that brown color. I don't know that I've ever seen a gray one, but I really like the way they look in the game here, and this is light gray. I think there's a gray variant as well, but they are very similar, and I don't know, there's no multi-mounts for them at the moment. I would like to see something similar to the Antelope Jackrabbit multi-mount that we have from Rancho, but definitely that's something I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to add to our collection one day. In the meantime, an opportunity to use the 7mm Empress. We've not actually fired it yet, and that's definitely a one shot, one animal down with a heart shot there. It is kind of ironic, actually. I went back and thought about it. Had we, kind of taken the approach of using all those weapons in that early access period, we could have gotten a diamond with all of them. We had a Diamond Gator, which of course the 7mm can take ethically, and then the Diamond Raccoon and Cottontail Rabbit. We could have used the 2 shotguns and actually been done. But of course we still have all 3 weapons, and I do look forward to going and hunting with them and just kind of changing up our loadout a little bit. That is one of the reasons that I initially decided way back to go ahead and try to get a diamond with every weapon in the game. It just does kind of necessitate the changes to your loadout, and I think that's fun. I like to switch it up. Well, yet another thing that has a chance of reaching diamond, of course, is the 9 to 11 kg level 2 turkey, and it took a third shot there through the trees to actually get a hit on him. I found that the 22 Hornet with the soft point bullets does a pretty decent job on them, at least kind of compared to the 22 long rifle. I don't notice much difference. It definitely did a good enough job of bringing this guy down. And once again, this is the third time that we've had a 4.5 scoring Eastern Wild Turkey, so 0.1 off from that level 2 diamond. I actually would prefer, and I can't remember how the Rio Grande turkeys worked on Rancho. I'm not sure if we shot a level 2 diamond first, or if we ended up getting a level 3, but I definitely would like to see that level 3 pop up before getting a diamond level 2. It just feels a little more exciting that way to see that max level, instead of just kind of shooting one and hoping for the best, essentially. Level 3 turkeys of all 3 subspecies are guaranteed diamonds, so kind of open that that is somewhere on the map, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is. They don't tend to be that rare for diamonds. You just gotta find the right area. It can just be so difficult with species the size of quail to know for sure, like, if we're ever getting on the tracks of the ones that we had. And one thing that I've not seen thus far is that 0.16 to 0.19 kg female. Now, we got into a really good spot here, even with the double barrel shotgun, where we've been able to kill pretty much everything that's flown by. The hunting pressure in this field is not going to be happy with us, but if we can get reloaded one more time here, I think we'll pretty much have taken out the entire flock. I think it's 260 or 270 something for diamond. Now again, much like the rabbits and turkeys, level 2 female quail can make diamond. Actually, a really good thing I can recommend here, by the way, if you kill a bunch of quail or small animals in general, turn off your tracks, and the only thing that glows is the downed bodies of the animals, so it can be a nice little way to recover your quail a lot more quickly, even though still, despite the glowing bodies, they can be tough to find. Now that's a 242. that might have been it. Because it's within that 0.16 to 0.19 range, missed diamond by about 18, but I think we're kind of on the right track there, so still a couple more to find. And the nice thing is Rascal can help us out too, but there's 4 laying here. Another kind of decent one of 0.15, and again it is that combined trophy, so it's not just the weight that matters. Another decent one of 227 actually, that could have been it too. It's above the 0.16 range. And then I don't even know if this is the last one. We just shot so many out of the air there. I mean, the Gamekeeper did a fantastic job again with the 0.16, but that's a silver. It really does feel random. It's going to be, I think, important to pay attention across the community. So I would say anybody that gets a Diamond Quail, if you're in the Discord, absolutely feel free to share that in the Trophy Shots channel. I think it's going to be important to pay attention if they all are above that weight, or, you know, what exactly to look for. Again, 0.16, that one's a kind of decent gold. So we had a lot that time in that range, but none quite up to diamond. So that's just what I want to know. Like, do we have to look for a particular weight, or is it basically entirely random due to the other side of the combined trophy? Now that is a species that I'm eventually looking forward to getting a shot at a max level 1. Really pushed that too far forward. I don't know if it was neck or what, but I mentioned it, I think it was in yesterday's video. I do consider the wild hogs and the feral pigs kind of two different species, much like the pumas and mountain lions. They're scored the same, it's the same model, same fur types, all that stuff, but because they are labeled as different species, I'm going to treat them as such. So eventually, we'll want to see a level 5 pop up, and actually, at 141.6, that was a pretty big level 4. I would like a different fur type. I still want a black gold diamond of either one of those two species, so that would be a nice thing. Unfortunately, it looks like we sent that gator running. It just felt like if we're going to do a hunt on Mississippi, it'd be wrong to not spend a little time actually targeting the gators, so that's going to be the plan for hopefully another kill or two with the 7mm Empress, and nice to get a max weight pig down for hopefully a better respawn. We do still have at least one gator out here, and I think a decent opportunity for the 7mm. Now, he's kind of half resting in the water, but I think a shot sort of right behind the eye, maybe. I actually like the angle better before. Fortunately, still able to get the brain or something. Now, the question is, because he was kind of laying in the water, is he going to float back, or is he going to just labor there? And one thing in this particular area, we're in like the kind of center river. A lot of times the gators just rest right in here, and depending on the direction they decide to flee, sometimes they'll just sort of run right past. So worth kind of, I would say, taking the time to just not sprint straight away and potentially leave one around. Rascal is growling as if there's one here, but it may be already submerged. That's the one kind of unfortunate thing. You can't know based off that or the warning calls they can call from underwater. I don't see any, so I guess we can head over and grab our level 6. But 2 for 2 on brain shots with the 7mm Empress so far. Unfortunately, a silver missed that by about 20, but yeah, that little region in there behind the eye, it's so tough to even show in the harvest screen. Like, because the gators are so big, they had to really make the model smaller in this harvest screen to show it all, and it really makes it tough to see the brain, but we at least got that one. And actually, I realized when we shot the whitetail, I completely forgot we shot the gator earlier, so that whitetail wasn't even our first opportunity with the 7mm, but that, I suppose, is a good thing. The 7mm is making itself not known in that it's just making routine shots. It's made difficult to really have much success hunting gators when they are just determined to stay in the water. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I've not really experienced that thus far in my play here on Mississippi, so I decided to come back after quail, and I did have a track, which I believe is in this flock, of another 0.16 to 0.19 kg female. Now, I'm not sure, that may have been the one that we shot. None of these are looking that big, so maybe that was the case. And I don't know exactly where that one landed. Guess we kind of ran past where that would have been. So let's see what the weight is. It is 0.16, another gold at 229. I feel like we're kind of getting somewhere, but eventually the hope is that we just get lucky. But I think that is officially going to do it for this video. Our first real hunt on the live release of Mississippi Acres Preserve. And the good news is lots of respawns for the quail, obviously. Had some deer, turkeys, pigs. I'm really hoping for good things coming from all this, and I guess that will remain to be seen in our future hunts. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.